A big setback for the former Congress finance minister. The date in question, the 20th of March 2006, as the ED receives a prosecution sanction on an FIR filed by the CBI in the Aircel-Maxis case. All pertains to foreign direct investment. The competent authority was P Chidambaram. Investigations reveal that illegal gratification of rupees 1.16 crore was received by P Chidambaram in his company's Advantage Strategic Consulting Private Limited. My colleague Brijesh Pandey joins us live from the newsroom. Brijesh, how big of development is this particularly? The date in question comes out to be about the year 2006, and what's more is that P Chidambaram might also be in this entire gridlock, some money that was also siphoned off to his own companies. Help the viewers understand the significance of these persecution gratification.
Well, I think it's a big development as far as Aircel-Maxis case is concerned. The Enforcement Directorate has received sanction to prosecute P Chidambaram, which is important, very important development as far as investigation in this particular case is concerned. And they have placed this before the appellate court, before the the required appellate court, which is overseeing the entire ED investigation as far as this Aircel-Maxis case is concerned. The Enforcement Directorate has published, as on social media X platform, has given a detail of the case as to how they have initiated investigation under PMLA 2002 in this particular case against offences punishable under section 120B, which is along with section 420 of the IPC. And they are saying that in this particular case, the investigation, this is as per the ED information given by Enforcement Directorate, that the then Finance Minister Shri P Chidambaram had granted FIPB approval to Aircel-Maxis in lieu of the quid pro quo. And in the Aircel-Maxis deal, the foreign investor applied for the approval of Government of India for FDI of USD 800 million, which is 3,565 crore Indian rupee, for which the competent authority for the approval was CCEA. However, as part of larger conspiracy, see, this is where the case takes an interesting turn, because as per the ED, the competent, the body to approve this case was, at that point of time, was the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, which is the CCEA. But the ED goes on to say that as part of larger conspiracy, approval was fraudulently and dishonestly granted by the then Finance Minister P Chidambaram on 20th March 2006, who was competent to consider and approve FDI proposal involving total investment of 600 crore or less. So it was very clear that Chidambaram at that point of time, who approved this FDI of more than 3,000 crore, was only authorized to do it under 600 crore. And this is what they're saying, that investigation has also revealed that his son P Chidambaram, who is also a member of Parliament, had received illegal gratification of 1.16 crore. So they are saying that that to have proper safeguard against the case and make sure that the case doesn't fall off on technicality and all, they had applied for receiving of sanction for prosecution, and this is what they have received from the competent authority, and now they are this is a big boost as far as the case against P Chidambaram in the Aircel-Maxis case is concerned. Kabir?
So what are we to believe, Brijesh, over here? Because P Chidambaram, he'd moved his own plea against provisional attachment of properties just last year in December as well. The Madras High Court has also issued those notices to the central agency. Are we to believe at this moment, with the latest developments coming across from the Enforcement Directorate acting upon that CBI FIR, that the news is all but tightened around the Chidambarams, both of them?
Well, I think, right now what has happened is that in this particular case, the sanction has been received against P Chidambaram because, he was a senior minister at that point of time. And, it's a bit technical, but, in 2024, in 6th of November 2024, the Supreme Court had delivered a judgment in the case Directorate of Information, which is ED versus Vibhu Prasad Acharya. And they have held at that point of time that there's a requirement of the prosecution sanction under section 197(1) of the CRPC, which is applicable to a complaint filed under section 44(1). See, what used to happen is that many accused persons who have been charged under PMLA 2002 have challenged the trial proceedings in multiple legal forums, leading to delay in the trial. So, therefore, to counter such delay and to also comply with the order of the Supreme Court in November 2024, the Enforcement Directorate had placed an order, and now they have received sanction from the concerned authority, which means that they are now free to go ahead, and now now P Chidambaram won't be in a position to use appeals in multiple forums to delay the trial. So that is one big development as far as investigation in Aircel-Maxis case is concerned.
The Aircel-Maxis case is a high-profile investigation. You're absolutely right, Brijesh. This seems to be really complex and complicated at the moment. But before I let you go, I must talk about the political flashpoint that is soon going to, come to light as well. The opposition will again make a hue and cry, warrant a discussion on the misuse of central agencies. That's again going to be talked about.
Well, I think this is a procedural thing. So I don't see anybody saying that you can fault Enforcement Directorate to try and seek a proper sanction, from a competent authority, because it's a procedure which is required under the course of law. And if you don't follow that procedure, your case will be weak. And so, it is well within the ambit of any investigative agency to go ahead and seek a proper sanction before the competent authority. And this is the reason why this makes an important development in the case. ED has filed this case against P Chidambaram in 2006, and it has been going on for almost 20 years now. They have in their detailed investigation, they have talked about how his son has benefited from the illegal proceedings, and how P Chidambaram, who was not the competent authority to clear loan above 600 crores, a clear loan FDI of 3,000 plus crore, which was had to be placed before the Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs, CCEA, so that a proper approval to the FDI could have been done. So, this is the new development which has taken place. Yes, it will give BJP a boost to further target the Chidambarams. So, it will be very, very interesting play as far as politics is concerned.
Absolutely. Many thanks, Brijesh, for helping us out and bringing us up to speed with the latest. The core allegations seem to be, threefold. It is the FIPB irregularities that Brijesh was just talking about, the jurisdictional circumvention, and the quid pro quo where Karti Chidambaram actually comes into place. Agencies allege that in exchange for the approval, companies, quote-unquote, indirectly controlled by Karti Chidambaram received kickbacks totaling approximately 1.13 crore from the Maxis-linked firms under the guise of consultancy fees. What's going to happen? Very interesting to find out. But a big development vis-a-vis the Aircel-Maxis case and Karti Chidambaram and P Chidambaram.